Figure Fight Club community. Welcome to Figure Fight Club.
Giveaway, you say? Oh yeah, Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures.
Creativity, nothing here to lose. Set the stage for infinity, creating fantasy for all the world to see.
Imagination runs wild. Endless possibility. Action figure photos, the ultimate therapy. Creating artistry for all the world to see.
Get the lighting just right. Pick your character. Set the props in motion. Tight and focus.
Take the shot. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Taking the Shot on the Figure Fight Club Network. My name is Lou. Old Man Loucifer, Lucidabase 3 on Instagram. How you guys doing tonight? Good to see you guys. It's Thursday night. It's episode fucking 10. Can I say fucking this early in the... I just did. Episode 10. Can you believe that? I'm blown away by that. I'm excited. Probably should have had a party, but we failed to plan that. Maybe next time. Maybe episode 12. I don't know. We'll see. Dozen. Party for a dozen. Why not? Anyway, it's going to be a great show tonight. We've got, first off, I want to always thank our sponsors of the channel. We've got Sys 3D Arsenal and Collecticon. If you, either one of them, if you use code FFC10, you can get 10% off your complete order. Also, big thanks to Articulated Empire for donating figures for our giveaways. We are the king of giveaways, and we've got quite a few awesome figures to give away. Tonight's a little bit different of a show. I have two guests with me. I'll be bringing out in just a moment. As we know, it's Yojo June, and I am a G.I. Joe fan through and through since 1982. So tonight's episode, we're going over spotlighting G.I. Joe photography for the entire show. It'll be fun. We've got a lot of people that have submitted, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and introduce our guests. Destro's Designs, and Destro is my spirit animal. I'm surrounded by Destros tonight. I love it. Welcome in, Destro and Destro. And let me get you guys in here and figure out how to do this. And there we go. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for the invite.
Tonight? Hey, thank you guys for coming. I figured, who better if we're doing a G.I. Joe show, Nice. Destro, you got all your stuff. You look like you're on mute there.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. Sorry, boys. I'm trying to turn the old laptop down here. It's chaos. You guys know how it is. There we go. Sorry, boys. One sec here. Speakers. There we go. All right.
All right.
Just sliding in a home plate at the last second here. I coached a softball game, and we won what I believe is our 9th in a row, and solidifying us in first place. So very stoked about that.
Nice.
Congratulations to you guys for that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to jump into the chat here and see who we've got. We've got a ton of people tonight. It's good to see everybody. Video Power Gaming, good evening. Thanks for coming out, my friend. Aiden Z-Man, good to see you. We've got G.I. Jedi. Hello. Let's take a look at some cool Yojo. Look, I can't read tonight. Let's look at some shots. Yojo. I said cool. I think they're cool. We'll see. HVX Jimmy, thanks for coming out, brother. We've got Goose in the chat. Who's ready to take their shot? And then we've got
What's up, Goose?
Riptide O'Leary. Good evening, all.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Riptide.
My brother Rip.
Nice. Very cool. Glad you could make it. Orsizio. Howdy, howdy. Thank you. Orsizio.
Skizio, good friend of.
My brother too. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. I remember him on your show.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was on with us. That's correct. Yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Articulated Time, Steve. Thank you for stopping by, bud. Jehovah, how you doing? Thank you. Let's see who else we got. We've got Magna Figure Photos, Winford. Good to see you, bud. We got Son of a Crayon Slayer. Hey now, what's up, son of a Crayon Slayer? Ed Cannon. How on earth have you milked this for that? I have no clue, man. We're riding it out for as long as we can. Having some fun with it. Stew for lunch, Diaz. And howdy, Stu. Who else we got? We got Travis P.
Stu, what up?
And I agree. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love me some double D's? Menjoza, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. And I think that's it. Oh, Figure Fight Club's in the house.
Paul Morales.
Oh shit.
What up, Paul?
Oh, Paul's here too. Awesome. There he is. What's up, Paul? And we got Nate Wolf DX. What's up, Nate? I think we're caught up right now. Gibbs. We were not caught up right now. What's going on, Gibbs? Gibbs makes some amazing soft goods. If you're so inclined to ask Gibbs for some soft goods, maybe he'd do some. I don't know. He did some for me for one of my Savage Crucible figures and for Naraka, and it's unbelievable. Wired soft goods. We've got a cape. I've got a whole skirt piece. Absolutely beautiful.
You don't say. That's interesting.
Yeah. I he's in the other room, so I can't show it off. But these were I will show you guys the capes that he made real quick here.
I gotta get me a kilt for Destro.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Destro needs a kilt.
There you go. And it's
Ooh,
fully
that does
wired.
look-
Oh yeah.
And it's got the gradation, just like the paint job on the actual figure. So it goes from black almost into like a purplish. And there's another cape that he did is just a solid black, and again with the print, some fringe on the back of it, on the bottom of it, got the wires, beautiful stuff.
Nice.
How is that put onto the soft good? That is that just like a no, I don't want to say a sticker, but like an iron-on kind of thing?
I have no idea how he's put that on there, to be honest with you. I had not asked him. I would guess something like that, probably. I'd have to ask him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, not positive.
Is it two pieces that are like, and it's in between? No.
Nope.
Crazy.
It is one.
Okay.
Yeah, it is one piece.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll
he
keep
does
that in
some
mind.
stuff. Yeah, you should see all the outfits he's done for all the Jada Street Fighter figures. Unbelievable shorts, shirts, the whole thing, man. It's absolutely beautiful. What's up, Jeff? Thanks for coming out. Okay, Gibbs says some sticky dots. They stick on real well.
That's what's up.
Excellent. All right, so gentlemen, for people that may not know who you are, you guys can give us a little rundown. I think pretty much everybody does, but let's let's see. So, Mark, we can start with you.
Okay.
That's right.
Yes. So I make video essays about 80s toys, and mostly GI Joe, but definitely other stuff too, like pretty much anything 80s. And then he and he is my co-host every Monday night. So we work together all the time, and we just talk about GI Joe pretty much.
Very cool.
Pass it on to you, Michael.
Yeah. I mean, I'll start off right with what you said, Mark. You know, one of my favorite things to do over the course of the entire week is to do the Destro is My Spirit Animal live. We have a great time. I do a show on Saturday also, and when I can, I do actually some toy photography. I love to pump out some promo shots for Sis 3D Arsenal and Mo's Mind Custom Design over on Etsy. But that's, you know, it all started with that, right, where I basically saw a 6-inch alley viper in December of 2024, and it has just been a rocket ship of GI Joe ever since. In short, I think we all know I could go on for like an hour about all that, but that's the gist of it.
Middle.
Well done, sir. Well done. Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, I've come in on your channels numerous times and dropped in. I'm not always. I'm sometimes quiet in the chat. But yeah, definitely go check them out. A lot of fun. You guys had a real fun one a few weeks ago with the going over. It was the cartoon, and it was a risque, so to speak.
Yeah.
That was a damn riot. I loved that episode. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's a horny cartoon, man. It is it is in a very innocent way, but it's still kind of horny.
Right.
Yeah. Looking back in hindsight, it's like, ooh, they tried some things.
And they meant it, because I talked to Buzz, and he was the guy, one of the writers on it. You know, I talked to him for an interview, and he was like, we were getting away with what we could get away with. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like we were entertaining ourselves. That was
right.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at cartoons today, I think, you know, going back to, like, say, the Disney movie Aladdin, they started slipping jokes in for adults and little things for adults that were over kids' heads, and it was just different, right? When you go back to the 80s, when things were just a little more wild, this is what we got. We got the risque stuff for the adults.
Yeah.
For sure. It helped the adults follow along and actually get a little entertainment out of it, right? Because otherwise it can be a little mind numbing. You guys both have kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about so you guys know, you guys have been there. I grew up. My son, when he was little, loved Caillou. That was his favorite show for the longest time. Oh, I wanted to put nails through my eyeballs.
There's like whole YouTube pages dedicated to hating on that guy.
Well, and my son now, he just laughs about it because he's like, I can't. What did I see in that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, pal. I couldn't tell you.
As a kid, I would be like, when's he gonna get a laser rifle? When's he gonna start blowing some shit up?
Right.
I'm not interested. I'm not having this. Kid,
he was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, he's got a closet where he made a bomb or something that's in there. He's waiting for that to find out what's going on.
For
Life
real.
shit. Who wants to watch that?
What's up, Trenaki? You haven't missed much yet, so you came in just at a good time. We were just doing a little recapping and a little. You'll have to catch the replay on the first 15 minutes.
What's up, Ellis? Sneaky figures in the house. What's up, brother?
What's up, Sneaky? When did you sneak in, brother? All right, so again, what we're doing is we put out a call for GI Joe photography, and so we're going to showcase. We've got quite a few entries, and we're just going to kind of show them off. A little talking about GI Joe, talking about the photos, going over it all, and just have some fun with it. You know. All right.
Oh yeah. You just listen. If you go to Instagram and on Twitter, there is a ton of guys who are incredibly talented.
Yes, absolutely. What's up, Keith? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, exactly. And what I've got here with each one of these guys, you know, I've got their Instagram handle on. I told you when I snuck in, I wouldn't be so sneaky. This is true. So definitely go check these guys out. And this is just a small sampling of just some amazing work on Instagram. All these guys just blow my mind every time with all their photography. So let's jump into it. So the first shot we've got is from our very own GI Jetman 50, and he had sent me a couple photos from his collection, basically. And I liked this one. I thought this was a good shot. We've got Flint there. We've got kind of a meeting room kind of thing. And again, tribute to G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah, you get a little action
So-
force. That's one of the Colonel Siege, I think, in the background.
Yep.
Nice,
Figure.
nice.
Uh,
I like
little
that
mix.
table.
Yeah, the table looks good. It's got got some chunks out of it, got some little wear and tear, bring a little realism to it for sure.
Nice. Looks like it looks like a shelf display as well, which I think those are pretty nifty. Actually, the gentleman just joined the chat, Dreadnought E, has quite a few different shelves where it's set up like that. Like each little spot with a certain amount of figures has like its own little dial on the shelf, and I think that's cool. So
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I tried doing that a couple times and gave up a few times after a while. But yeah, no, some of these guys do a great job. Evil Dookie is another one. Does a great has a great dial set up like that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got a ton of great stuff. I think the first thing I saw of him was when he was on the open mic night that you guys do on Tuesday, and he had the Hawk's Nest, which it was just this giant building. I think he took like a LOL doll house and
He
turned
did?
it into 3 floors, and it was just awesome, just really awesome. Big courtyard, big entrance with the steel core sentry. You know, the Joe version of the Fort Mod. That's how you got in there and everything. Yeah, very cool, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great setup. And you're right. It was basically a dollhouse that he completely reworked. It's awesome. I got the medieval Dookie at IshCon. Great dude.
oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
We'll get into that. But
I had him on live from Viper Den Studios. He was a great dude. Definitely awesome.
mhm. Yep.
I know him from the chat. That's about it.
You know him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, he's always.
Yeah.
We've talked.
Yep. So next up, we've got Chevy Two Who. He's got a very large following on Instagram, and I had reached out to him, and this is the shot that he sent me. I thought this was good just because it's it's a great representation of G.I. Joe as a whole in the classified realm.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's great.
And this is a little mild compared to a lot of his work, in my opinion. He's got a lot of great action shots. He does a lot with the vehicles, and this one's a little more mellow, honestly, but good stuff all around.
I like he's got Breaker blowing the bubble.
Yeah.
What a cool head that thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed that badly, and they did a great job with that. I was real happy with the way that came out.
I really love that figure as a whole. Like it's got that sunbow gray,
Mhm.
The other one is okay. The one that came with the Ram cycle, it was early on in classified, and that's fine. But when I see this figure, and it also, speaking of which, like photography wise, that Breaker shoots incredibly well. The gray always looks. I don't know. I'm not going to have the words to describe it, but there's something about the way it looks in a photo. Like I did one. It was Breaker, dial tone, and mainframe all in one shot, and you could even, as great as mainframe and dial tone were, Breaker just, first of all, he was a lot taller than the other two, so that was something, but he just looked amazing, and I attributed a lot of it to just that particular color is fantastic. But he's definitely got a whole slew of Joes here. The posing on Duke is clutch right here. That's what's bringing it over the top for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that you're right about the Breaker. I don't know what it is. Same thing with that color. I've done a couple of shots with him, and he just kind of pops in the photo. It's like it's him. He's there. I love the way he stands out. They did a great job on that second version because like you said, first version was okay. It was fine for what it was for the time. But yeah, the second version was a huge upgrade.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even gotten the second version if it wasn't for the bubble gum.
Right.
Mhm.
Because I thought the first one was pretty good, but then he didn't have the backpack. So then I got him though. But when I got him in hand, it was like, oh, this thing's awesome. Yeah, it's just 100 times better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but I got real spoiled with the pinless joints to the point.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
think
when
we
they
all did.
reuse those old bodies, it's like, oh, get rid of the joints, man. No, pinless Pinless.
That Mutton Junkyard. I'm just looking at Breaker, and he's right next to Breaker. That Mutton Junkyard is such an incredible set. The dog looks amazing. Speaking of color, the color on Mutt and just all the accessories that he came with. That's just a top-notch classified figure.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I agree. Yeah, I liked what they did with the hands. You know, it was one of the few figures where they gave you an entire lineup of hands with all the gestures for the dog training. I thought that was a nice touch. And you know, they stuck very close to a real American hero, you know, the O-ring, a real American hero, while still bringing a little bit of modern to it. The mask was more modern looking, and of course, you know, that classified sculpt with a 6-inch figure, you can get so much more detail to sculpt. So I was happy.
Well, it's like a very specific thing. Mark and I have talked about it a couple times. The classification, if you will, of a figure where they take it so it's like super close to what the original is, but they dial it up just enough where it's dead on accurate to what you think it should look like, but it just has enough. I'm trying to think. There's another one that we use for an example all the time, and it's escaping me right now. But
like one of the
Tripwire. That's it. Yeah, just amazing. Yeah. Mutt got hit with that classification, and it was
sci-fi too. I like sci-fi is not one I ever cared for as a kid. I just never liked him. I just thought he was, I don't know, too green. And man, it got that thing, and I was gonna get him, of course. But I mean, like not like him means I still loved him. But
right.
When I got him in hand, classified, I was like, "Holy shit!" It's just far away. It looked exactly the same. You put him in, and all of a sudden, he just pops. He's just everything about him, like the different heads, visors. You know, just such a great figure.
I agree that the way that you can go and cover his whole face. All of a sudden, you have a crazy sci-fi troop builder, right? It's just you could get a bunch of them, and so. To me, sci-fi was like when I was younger. I never really wanted the figure, but I was happy that they made it. It showed like how crazy the line was, and so I thought it was always important that it was there. But yeah, Mark, you're not lying. That classified figure is awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I got a funny sci-fi story for you from the vintage sci-fi. So it was summer and I was so I was out. We were out at the store, and the sci-fi was there. And so my mom let me buy them, right? This is way back in the 1900s. Yeah. And so I was all excited at the time. And I didn't hate it. I liked him. But for some reason, I had it in my head that he needed to be thrown up in the air with a parachute as soon as I got home.
Yeah.
I was young. I don't know. So as soon as I got home, literally, I went running inside. I grabbed and it wasn't the G.I. Joe parachute. I had this, remember Fisher Price, Adventure People?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the parachute guy, the Fisher Price parachute, which was always actually worked better than the G.I. Joe parachute. So I'd always use that with my guys. So I got that thing all set up, put it on sci-fi, ran out in the backyard, threw him up in the air as hard as I could. And as he's falling, I'm realizing, oh shit, the parachute's not opening. Oh shit, the parachute's not opening.
Oh no.
And he comes slamming down on the concrete. Just got him out of the package. Split the hand right in half. Brand new figure. Oh, I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. It sucked so bad. It's like I just got this figger out of the package. Come on, man. What'd you do? So yeah,
devastating.
Heartbreaking for a kid. Looking back on it, I'm like, I was an idiot. You know?
I broke a tomahawk. Like quite literally. I think it was like within 2 weeks of getting it. So I had it up like this, and I was going up and down, and it just kind of slipped and took a nosedive directly into the right on the corner of the coffee table. And you know how they made coffee tables back then. This thing was basically a whittled tree, and it cracked the whole front and split it. Now the cockpit was totally mangled, and one of the propellers was broke. But I did use it for a downed helicopter scenario, right, where they would go and they would have to, the Joes would be under fire. It was almost like I made a Black Hawk Down thing long before Black Hawk Down happened. I just was like, they're trying to rescue the Joe teams. They're under fire. They've been calling for help, and everything. Lifeline is there because, of course, Lifeline was always in the Tomahawk, and he was trying to, we got people bleeding out here. You got to hurry up. And that's what happens when you watch movies like Rambo when you're 5.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yep, that's great. Sucks for the Tomahawk, though. Did you ever get a replacement, or back?
I did not. I did not.
Yeah.
I learned early on the lesson of loss.
Yes, 100%.
You break something like that when you're a kid, your chances of your parents buying you another one is
Slim.
nil.
Yeah.
Slim. Now, with that said, I do think. I think later on in the year, when it was closer to my birthday, one of my mother's sisters, who was young enough to like babysit me sometimes, I think she bought me the bridge layer and was like, I couldn't find a helicopter, but I got you this. So something did come back around from that. And I'm pretty sure that's when I got the bridge layer. I'm pretty sure that's this. So, and that turned out to be one of my favorite vehicles. But of course, if I had to choose, I would have probably preferred to have the Tomahawk, because that thing was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, Headcanon says you break that $20 Tomahawk, you're not getting another. That's not a lie.
$20 was a lot of money back then.
That's a wrap.
Yep.
I wouldn't even venture a guess. Like $20 back then is probably what now? Like,
60?
I think it's at least 60. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
So and that's crazy for a kid's toy. Even back then, I mean, you got the $20 Tomahawk was a big freaking deal for a toy. I mean, figures for $2.50. Come on now.
Right. I still can't believe the flag was only 100. Right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, only.
It was 100 back then.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Good Lord.
I did that and learned the lesson of leather belt on the ass. Now I have an addiction to dungeons. All right, Stu. $80.83 according to the our accountant.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Excellent.
A lot of money. Okay.
Yeah, I'd be hard pressed to replace that. If my kids broke an $80 something, I mean, maybe. But my parents also, when they had me, they were kids, so they were like in their early 20s, just trying to get by. So that $20 Tomahawk was not happening.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, that puts in context. If so, that means the flag was like $400.
Yeah.
I would give kids a $400 toy. Man, screw that.
Right. Not happening. That's
Kids
way
want
too much
$400.
money.
No.
There's no way.
I buy myself a $400 toy all the time, but I won't buy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, so look.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
I've been there a couple times. I've been like, my kids are like, "Can I get that?" I'm like, "That's way too expensive." Like, plunk down $200 on a Serpentor and an air chariot.
Right. Oh, dude, it's funny that you say it like that, Mark, because it does. Whenever I'm having that discussion with the kids and we're like out at the mall and they see something and I say no to something, I immediately like I get these little flashes of the last 3 or 4 things that I bought, and I was like, well, okay, fine, let's go back in. And
well, you buy a shit ton, man. Have you seen how much this man buys? It's insane.
Oh yeah. Oh, does for sure.
I think we talked about it. Yeah, for sure.
Once or twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, one of the next live streams will be Michael's intervention.
That'll never
here's the link to the intervention. I mean, the next show.
That'll never happen on the Figure Fight Club, because he's Mike. You're right at home with us here for sure.
For sure. I should get the studio cleaned up, and I could probably do like a half-hour video of just kind of showing around a little bit. The problem is that I don't have, like, right here is ultimately going to be like 2 sections of shelvings where it's going to be shelf, and I can display all the figures. Right now, all my figures are in these little totes. I don't think I have one over here. They're all over there. But I have they're totes that are like this big, and I have a bunch of figures, and then like their accessories in like a bag. So I have 2 huge shelves over there. I always had my Python Patrol out for whatever reason. And so those are kind of set up like that. And then really this only extends like a hair right here and a hair right here. And then the rest of it is all, there's all my 3 3/4 and all that. But yeah, maybe one of these days we'll do something like that. Check it out.
That'd be fun. That'd be cool to do for sure. All right, so moving on from Destro, or from Destro, I can't talk tonight. but I always do this, so you guys should be used to that. From Chevy to Who, definitely, like I said, go check out Chevy on Instagram. His work is awesome. A lot of fun stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So next up we have Bees Battlegrounds, and
Ooh.
so Bees Battlegrounds. What are you watching the GI Joe show for? So yeah, Bobby B's got the Bees Battlegrounds YouTube channel, and he does some photography as well. Huge GI Joe fan, as we know. Younger GI Joe fan. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
He's younger.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
40s.
Yeah, I think he's younger than that. Actually,
Okay.
I think he's.
Really?
I think he's. And I'm not positive, but I think he's like in his 30s. If I had to guess. But I met him at. He was down at Toylanta last year, and I got to sit and talk with him for a little bit. Good guy, real nice guy.
Yeah. Good channel. I like his channel.
Yeah, yeah, I did
Yeah,
too.
definitely. Good call.
Mm-hmm. And so I think this is I'm trying to figure out what that. It looks like Steeler, but it doesn't look like. Maybe he repainted Steeler to go with the tank.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's either that. Okay, I don't want to say that it's Lightroom. I know I can drastically change the color of a uniform like that in post with Lightroom, but that does look. If that's painted, that's a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, and I have no idea how to do that with Lightroom, so I'm gonna have to hit you up one of these days to find out how.
Well, I can assure anybody that's listening, I can assure you this. If I'm telling you that I've had success with it, you can do it without a doubt. Because I know how to build a house and put everything in it, but the computer stuff I'm just trying to get versed with. But yeah, if you hear me endorsing something about a computer, you know that's caveman simple.
He just got vertical. He just got a horizontal in there.
Right.
This
right.
week.
This week after 50 episodes on my channel and about 30 with Mark, so 80 shows in, I finally got it figured out.
Somebody once a week, there'll be 3 people in the chat going, Mike, turn your phone sideways. Turn your phone sideways.
You can do it. Just turn it sideways.
Yeah.
All right, I got to bring this up because this is typical Matt with 2 T's lunacy, and I love it. So beefaroni is neither beef nor roni.
That's a cool name.
And yet the price per can is $1.75. Now that is what you call pod racing before a slow slap to the temple of bodily readiness. Annie Fofani. Take that for what it is. That's Matt with 2 T's for you. Thanks for hanging out, brother. So I think that is the ramen tank in this one that we've got here.
Just gonna ask that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the desert, the Joe Fest exclusive from last year. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You don't have one of those, Mark?
No, I haven't. I haven't
Get
snagged
that.
one yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I tell you, I keep eyeballing. Now, is it ramen that has the tank that you can get the bridge layer attachment? That's ramen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wolverine, Bridge Layer, and Mobat.
Oh, nice.
They all
Nice.
run you about 200-300, I think. I think the tank is 200, and then the different head is like 100. If I'm not
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. I mean, that seems reasonable for something that's that big, and their stuff looks good. I saw on the 3POA podcast, he was the guy Ace said that he was going to do a like a HasLab style F-14, and that it was going to be like 48 inches long, which is crazy. That's like a foot longer than the freaking Rattler.
Yeah.
That's gonna be insane. I'd seen some of the mock-ups of it. I haven't heard much since, but yeah, I'm excited to see if he's gonna do it. I don't know if I'd actually buy one because that's gonna be massive. But
I have
I
to
would
buy
love
that.
to see.
Yeah.
You have to buy that. All right.
I think because they're not going to make one.
No.
They're never going to make one, right?
No.
I
Way too
doubt
big.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I'd love to see it, though, but
The GI Customs made that Night Raven for a member of our Twitter community, Lewis, aka the Cobra Asset. He ordered it from Chaz, which is GI Customs. It's 5.5 feet long. That's how long it is. Yeah, like the drone alone is like a decent sized vehicle, and then that's literally just the drone. The thing itself is 5.5 feet. I can't wait to see the whole thing. You know, my brother, he sounds busy. He's busy like I am, and he just hasn't had time to put the whole thing together. I mean, plus then once you put it together, you're now committed to it taking up that space, which is in essence a fucking bathtub size.
Yeah.
Right. That's insane. That's I've seen the photos of it that GI Customs has done, and
Those
it
look
looks
cool.
amazing. But yeah, that is
Definitely.
wild.
But this picture is cool. The tank looks good. You know, sometimes it's hard. Like it looks like, and hopefully I'm going to put my glasses on to make sure that it's not just my eyes. But it looks like see, so he's got that kind of blurred background where you can clearly tell, you know, that what it is in the back. But it's got that blurriness around the tank, the cannon part, I know the barrel, Jesus. And then right just below that portion of the tank is fuzzy. And that kind of contrasts with what's in the foreground always, I think, makes it look good. And the more that I'm looking at it, I think that's a custom paint job on that figure. And it looks absolutely fantastic. He's got some kind of crate style something or other. I don't think that's Sys 3D Arsenal, because that's usually what I think of whenever I see like a mission crate like that. But that looks great. It's you know, one of my favorite poses to kind of try to strike with figures is that, you know, bent weight back on one knee, and then, you know, having kind of, you know, the whatever primary you have in your hands. Well, actually it looks like he's got a secondary in his hand, but nope, that's a primary with a long barrel. Yeah, it's a great shot. And it looks like too that the microphone piece, that must have been, I think, painted black, because I don't think that was black in the original.
Is this even a repaint, or is this a completely custom made before the other one came out?
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that.
That's a possibility too. I do not know. I'm pretty sure the crates are from Red Atlas. I know Bobby gets a lot of stuff from Red Atlas in addition to Sys 3D.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure those crates are Red Atlas. Yeah, I'm not sure on the. Well, the other thing I was thinking, and we can debate this for hours. I wish Bobby were here. We could just ask him. Are you in the chat, Bobby, by any chance? No. Okay. The other thing I was thinking is possible is it almost looks like it could be that the Action Soldier, the original Desert Camo Action Soldier with the Steeler head popped on it. I can't really tell though, because I remember that one's got is camo. So, and I can't really tell if this is camo or not. It kind of doesn't look like it.
I need answers to this for sure, because I love it.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah. I think, and like you were saying, I love the depth that he's created with the, you know, the blurred background and the, you know, the foreground with the figure just right there. Hot Rod, thanks for coming. And thank you for enjoying the channel. I hope we can continue your enjoyment of the channel, right? So yeah, come stick around, hang out. So B's Battlegrounds. Okay, so next up we're going to bring, this is Good Man Toys. Again, another guy who's, if you don't follow him, you need to follow him. All of his work is practical effects. Everything's practical. This particular shot, he does this on a lot of his shots, where he'll give you the behind the scenes, you know, the slide out, you know, flip over and you can get the behind the scenes of the shot. And this particular one has the behind the scenes, and it's unbelievable. If you guys go to his page on Instagram and you know, go see what the behind the scenes is on this, you're gonna be blown away. I was just, it's not outside. None of it's outside. It's all in indoors.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. And it's all practical. It's not, you know, there's no I would say very little editing on his part. It's all about the lighting and the angles with him, and his stuff.
That's nice. So that's a pretty amazing recreation of blue sky backdrop, because that looks, you know, I totally assume that was outside. And when you look at the the light shoots up at the front of the figure, but
Mhm.
also still looks like a blue sunny. That's really, the more you look at it, the more of an excellent shot it is. And it looks like we've got Night Force Ripcord. I think that's his mask, hose, and attachment on the side there. And the cuff of those pants, definitely, I think that's Night Force Ripcord. I think I got that guy. Is there somewhere?
Is the
that-
legacy guy the same?
I think it's a legacy guy,
It is. It
Which
is.
is-
which is a repaint of Ripcord. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what, or no, Airborne. That's a repaint of Airborne.
It's definitely
camo
Ripcord's mask and stuff,
Yeah.
but if you look at
True. Yes.
if you look at the webbing and on here's the Night Force Ripcord. So if you look at the webbing and everything, it's definitely a little different. And the pants, yeah, the pants have different ripples on it. This, yeah, you can
Mhm.
tell the webbing is different. And then look at the pit, like inside the legs. Yeah, it's definitely a little different. But man, I think it is a combination of the two. Speaking of which, how awesome is that legacy jumper, man? The color, the camo, all the gear it comes with, man. That's some awesome stuff right there.
Very much. Yep. I love, again, that legacy, well, it's not legacy Ripcord, it's legacy Air Force. It's supposed to be Air Force.
Halo jumper.
Yeah. But essentially that's exactly what he is. He's Ripcord. I mean, even the head is Ripcord's head, or not Ripcord. I keep saying Ripcord. Airborne's head.
Mm.
It's weird we don't have Ripcord, I mean,
I know it's very odd that we don't have the standard Ripcord. I guess they're you know what I think they're doing? I think they know, as far as us old guys, they know that our wheelhouse is from about 82 to roughly 90, right? So they're like,
Right,
okay,
right.
they've finished 1983 completely. They're now one shy of finishing 1982. I want to say 84 is complete or near complete. Once we get airtight,
Yeah.
84 is complete.
Oh, no shit.
85 is almost complete or maybe complete. 86 is close. 87 is even getting there. So I think that's what they're kind of doing, is they're slowing down on those, because it's like, well, if we hold off, those guys will stick with us, because they're afraid. I think there's some fear that if they complete all that, everybody's like, oh, I'm done. Okay, I'm moving on.
I mean, I've heard a person or two actually say it. I remember I brought it up a couple weeks ago, and I was like, who's gonna, like, who, just because they're waiting on Flash, who is spending money? Like if Flash came, all of a sudden they wouldn't want to pay for these figures. And a couple of people were like, well, it's not about what I'm buying now, but like that's like the last one I'm waiting for, and that's a wrap for me. I was like, wow, okay. I mean, I'm also just a black hole of figures, so.
Yeah, I'm all for like new characters. I think there's the one thing that I'm disappointed in is there's a huge lack of comic book characters, and they're leaning into the cartoon, and I want them to lean into the comic book a little more. There's so many great characters that you can grab for the comic book. You could really go on for several years just on comics and just in cartoons, and I'm game for a lot of that. So. And even I love it if they make a new stuff. I thought the Sundown guy was cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about Sundown. Yeah,
the Ghost Vipers I loved. A lot of the new stuff is really cool.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
Agreed.
I'm all for new stuff for sure. New characters, new ideas. Mix them in like they've been doing. I think overall, there are some lackluster time periods and some lackluster figures, but overall, I think they're doing a good job. With some of the newness that they've put in, and some of the the real fringe stuff, like what they did with Crystal Ball. I mean, Crystal Ball sucked in 1987. I got him, but that was like one of the last figures I bought, and I'm like, I don't even know why I got this guy. It was more to satiate a need for a new figure rather than Crystal Ball, I can't wait. But the modern classified Crystal Ball is holy shit, this is a great figure.
It looks awesome. It looks awesome. It's so crazy how good it is. Like the face looks good, the accessories work for me, like a hand or two. But what I think personally, what brings Crystal Ball over the top for me is they're giving him an army. like a legit
Yeah.
army. Like those Ghost Vipers are dope. The Night, and then if people said they weren't that into the Dire Night Creeper, I guess I'd understand. But it looks great. They look fantastic. I can't wait to get a couple of those. They're really nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Night Creeper was, for me again, it was I was kind of done with GI Joe before those came out, so there's no nostalgia pull on that. But I like the Dire version of these. They're coming out. I think they look really cool. I think they're releasing next week. Actually, I got a thing from Walmart telling me that it's on its way. About to be. Yeah,
they're showing
right here.
By the way, if anybody didn't grab them the first time, just them.
Yes, you can
coming back.
You can. Yeah, they're back up for pre-order now.
Yeah.
On
nice.
Walmart. Yeah. So real quick, see, Stu. I agree 100% with Quinn.
Yes.
We need a Quinn. We need
Oh,
a
yeah.
Quinn.
My favorite. Yeah.
Definitely.
Did you guys? Well, Mike, you came in to collecting more in the classified than any of the 3 3/4 modern, right?
Yeah. So
More or
I
less.
mean, as a kid, I was all about the 3 3/4. I had a ton. I tragically lost, 90% of my collection when somewhere in my 20s when I moved from one place to the other. I left 2 boxes and there was lost all that. And then I did somewhere in 2008. I picked up some 25th anniversary stuff. It didn't propel me into collecting. It literally just like went in the closet. But I was at Walmart and they had like the Fang, the Hiss 1, the Hiss 3, and an Awe Striker. And then that same year, my mother actually bought me they used to do the sets where I would have a couple 3 3/4 figures, and then there was a DVD with like a portion of the mass device on it or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I picked up those, and then that was it until 2024.
Gotcha. What about you, Mark? Did you pick up any of those? The modern?
Yeah, I bought all the 25th anniversary. I bought all the Pursuit of Cobra. And then I didn't get the kind of regret it, but I didn't get all the Collectors Club stuff.
I didn't either. At that time, there was no way I could justify spending that kind of money. Of course, like if it were going on today, yeah, I'd be all in. Yeah, it's fine. They're $20 a figure. Yeah, it's fine.
And Super 7 a lot of times is not. I did pick up Raymar, but a lot of that doesn't appeal.
Yeah. Well, because and I was asking that mainly because they did that Quinn towards the end of the modern 4-inch line. I guess it was like after Retaliation. After the Retaliation. Yeah. That's the whole thing. If they did such a good job on the 4-inch line with that character, they would kill it with. They should be, be able to kill it with classified.
They just loaded him out with weapons too. He had all kinds of tons of shit. It was unbelievable.
Definitely. Yeah, it was killer. That Pursuit of Cobra line is amazing.
So good.
Yeah. Pursuit of Cobra 30th all the way through to the end, basically. With the 50th was good, just limited. Yeah,
For sure.
Like when they dialed it all in.
If I come across a low light or the snow job, the beachhead, there's a handful of them that if I ever see for a right price, I wouldn't mind having on the card. Because I did pick up some of the 25th anniversary stuff recently. So after I started getting into the classifieds, I was like, maybe I'll pick up a couple if I see them at a cheap enough price. Pick up some of the on card stuff to have, because how cool is it to look at stuff when it's on card? So, yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so but before we move on from Goodman Toys, again, I want to tell you guys, go check out his stuff. Awesome photographer. All, like I said, all practical, and like I learned a lot from following him. So I look at a lot of his behind the scenes to figure out how the heck he's doing these things, and it's taught me a lot. I've taken kind of what he's done and said, can I make this happen? Not. I don't have the talent quite that he has, but we're working on it. Maybe someday. But awesome designs. A good guy too. I've reached out to him numerous times. He's given me a lot of tips. Really nice guy. And,
I love that. I'll have to check him out, because there's a handful of guys that I hold in the highest regard, and it turns out that they're all just awesome dudes. I've had most of them on the show recently, and they're all really cool. It's nice to reach out to them. Even Matt Cohen, from Shooting the Galaxy, who's the guy that shoots for Hasbro.
Yep.
I reached out to him one day and was asking him a few questions and this and that. It's a funny story. I actually had messaged him like a handful of times, and I didn't know who he was.
Oh,
and then finally one day I was like, oh yeah, dude, your stuff is so good. You should be the guy who takes the photos for Hasbro. And he was like, oh, I am the guy who takes the pictures. Yeah, good story. Good story.
Well, no shit.
Yeah. Well, how about that? Yeah, felt like an idiot.
It's fantastic. Hey, if you didn't know, right? That's all.
I legit
innocent.
did not know. I legit did not know it was him. Probably said it in his bio, and I just didn't look or hilarious.
All right.
He was very polite about it.
Right, and that's awesome. That's awesome to have that for sure. Real quick before we jump into the next photo, Headcanon had a list, and I agree completely. Quinn, Dr. Venom, Hardmaster, Softmaster, Billy. Billy's another one for sure.
Billy, yeah.
If they want, if they want to get silly like they do with Cold Slither, do Ripcord's girlfriend Candy in her Bongo the Balloon Bear suit.
Well, how about that?
Well, hey, and then if Headcanon says I could list more, but the show's about the photos and not useless G.I. Joe knowledge. What I would love to see if they were going to go that route is when Cobra Commander and Destro went into hiding in the comics.
Oh yeah,
Cobra Commander's
right.
a beatnik kind of guy, yeah, with the mustache and the beret and everything and the sunglasses. Yeah, that's the good stuff, man.
Lot to be had there with that kind of stuff for sure.
Absolutely. All right, now let's get to the next one. And we've got Complete Carnage Photos, who is another one who is just amazingly talented. And he had sent over a couple. Because I wanted to showcase a lot of people, I chose one for this week's show, but we'll definitely be putting up and showcasing the others in the coming weeks for sure. But yeah, I love this. This is a great shot here. The lighting, again, his posing, his lighting is always just on fire. Nice. And Mike, you've had an opportunity to have him on the show, on your show, and
he's awesome. And now, what's not shown, because we're just talking about the photography, is he always has this paragraph, few sentences that describe what's going on. It's usually like dialogue, right? It's usually one of the characters saying something, or like a quick back and forth between the two, and it is always absolute money. He and I have actually been going back and forth about a potential collaboration. And not potential, actually, we've talked a few things. Oh, and Mark, I meant to mention something to you about that because it's an interesting project, and I know you and I had talked about, I think we had mentioned something about a comic a while back, but we'll talk about it later. But he's awesome. The photos are great. The little paragraph that he writes is money, and he's fantastic. And that he's one of the guys I was actually referencing when I had said, the guys that I hold in the highest regard just also happen to be like super great guys, and this is Sean is definitely one of them.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, I enjoyed watching the show when he was on with you, and I had never seen him before. Him, right? I've always seen his work.
Sure.
Another guy that he's been in a lot of the different Facebook GI Joe Facebook groups, and he's been posting for years and years, and I've seen his stuff for many years before I even decided to start trying photography, and I've always been blown away by his stuff. All of it feels so real. He gets in there that really makes it feel like you're not looking at action figures. I love that. I think that's great.
That's a good call for sure. Or Schizio had a comment where he said, I can't write dialogue for shit, hence my stupid quotes I dig up. But they're not stupid quotes, brother. Those quotes that you come up with are all fantastic. So round of applause. They're definitely not stupid.
Absolutely. Mark, were you going to say something?
Love the audience there. He's got a nice little audience in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And he's got Rock Claw already.
It is.
Damn it. I don't have Rock Claw yet. I'm still waiting.
Who's
for
that? I can't. Who is that all the way on the bottom right? Is it a ramp rat with the red on the face? I can't tell.
Think you're right. I think you're right.
Could be
Or a
custom.
ramp rat head on a trooper body with the sigil in the middle.
Oh,
I don't-
damn.
Yeah,
That
he
looks
might-
like the Cobra Soldiers from the comic book. They have the red sometimes, right?
Oh, right.
Maybe you get a, yeah, it could even be Scarface. Can't see a scar, but you know,
Right.
Scarface had. Didn't Scarface have the red? Wear red?
Yeah, he had the red and the buzz cut. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he could have done a pop and swap. Could have popped one of the ramp rat's heads and put it on one of the officers, possibly.
Right.
I don't know.
it just dawned on me though. They should do a retro with the red face
Mhm.
mask.
Agreed. I think that. I mean that look of the cloth, face covering is so iconic. Like I love that they upgraded to the Viper, and giving him a battle mask and making it look a little more Battlefront ready. But that look with the mask is just so. I think Mark said it looked menacing, and I've been using that ever since because it's the perfect way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, and it leans into the whole roots of Cobra. They didn't start out with a lot of money, and if you look at if you go back to the comic books, the when they do the flashbacks of the early days of Cobra, when Cobra Commander was just starting out the whole thing in Springfield and all that, it was not as pristine uniforms and things of that nature. So it was more grassroots cultist rather than an organized military yet.
Yeah,
So it kind of leans into that. That's cool.
Nice. That's what's up.
The Rattler's Gunner.
Actually, Carlos says I think it's the Rattler Gunner,
That could be.
and I think
He's
you
right.
might be right.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh yeah. Okay.
I can see it.
Yep. I think he's got it. We've solved it. We've solved the mystery. Thank you, Carlos.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, but again, complete Carnage photos. Again, like I said, if you guys are already on Instagram looking at these, and GI Joe fans looking at it through Instagram, you probably already follow him. But if you don't, definitely go check out his stuff and give him a follow. You won't regret
Nice.
it. His stuff's incredible.
Pentor's Lair to House. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Hello.
So what else we got next? We've got Joe's Oscar Mike, and another guy. He does a lot on Insta. He's been doing, or he had been doing for a while. I hadn't seen any updates. He does it. He's got these stories that he's creating with photography, and he's got a group of people that it's all voiced overs. So everything's voiceovered, and it's really, really well done. I mean, it sounds like, it's real acting. I don't know who he's got doing this, but he's got a whole storyline, and it's just, you can kind of swipe through the photos and the whole storyline's going on.
That's cool.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. And of course, then he does photography, just still shots as well. But the story is well written. And like I said, the voice work is very well done. It's very impressive. I've been enjoying it.
That's a good one. That's a crazy good shot.
That is. Love the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting.
Yeah, it's all about the lighting on this one.
It's just so menacing.
That
It's,
figure's so good. I did buy 6 of those. I ended up
Yes.
getting 6 of those things. So good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're a crazy cool figure.
Yeah, that was a banger. I mean, that could be still looking at the GI Joe lineup this year. That could. It's certainly a contender for GI Joe figure of the year still.
Yeah.
I
Colors
definitely.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I wouldn't argue with anybody if they said that was their favorite figure of the year. I'd say good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, I immediately grabbed 4, and I paid full price for all 4. So I know if I'm buying that many at full price,
Right.
I like the figure, right?
Right. The lighting on this is obviously very good for a few reasons, but what I'm liking about it is that I know how difficult it can be to try and get so that down lighting on the figure in the foreground, it's just enough to where you can see all the right details. It hits his face just right, that it's still kind of like, it's almost like his eyebrows are casting a shadow over his cheekbones, but yet you can still see the whole face. It's really, really awesome. I'm really big. And then Pythona in the background, it's just money.
For sure. Yeah, the lighting on this is just stunning. It really
Very
is.
good shot.
He got it absolutely perfect. Real quick, I do want to jump on this. We've got Sean Jones 375, new sub here. Thank you so much, Sean. Be sure to stop in every week, man. We'd love to have you on. So thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying it.
That's what's up.
Hot Rod says the good side of technology. So many creative artists out there that finally have a platform. 100%. Yes, love that.
It's true.
And Winford Magna figure photos, those dark shots are very difficult to get right. And he's not kidding. Yeah, that takes a lot of patience, and it just got to keep messing with the light until you catch it. But again, another one I highly suggest go check him out. Follow him on Instagram. A lot of great photography.
I am following this guy. He's definitely awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, right. So we're going to move on to our next one.
Wow.
Mass device. Yep. A mass device. Now I was, and I don't know whatever happened with it. I was in a collab group with the mass device and a bunch of others, and I hadn't heard anything from them in a while. So either they kicked me out, or we just haven't had a collab recently. We haven't had a collab since February, but Mass Device, I still follow, obviously. But yeah, his G.I. Joe shots, well, all his photography is excellent. This is another one where I highly recommend, not only do you go check him out, go look at this one because he does it behind the scenes. And this is another one where all of that you're looking at is practical.
Oh, wow.
Every single bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well,
explosions in the background. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying I think now, especially in the past, even like in the past like couple months, doing the behind the scenes is almost necessary because there's a lot of AI out there, and I think people are so saturated with it that when you see something like this, your first thought is that's AI, right? And I mean, not with this shot per se, but it's pretty rampant with that out there. Actually, I was talking to Mate Mylar about that. And that that he decided to start doing the behind the scenes for that reason, just so we didn't have to have it wasn't like being berated or anything, but it was like just to cut off the conversation. Like, you don't even have to ask us. Here it is.
Added bonus though, I love those behind the scenes. They're so interesting.
Yeah,
100%.
See the setup, and that's like I actually tend to click on that almost every time if I see the behind the scenes.
Yep,
so good.
I agree. I agree.
That's it's fascinating to see how they achieved what they achieved, right? Yeah. Now, and I'm willing to bet there may have been some editing in the post to get that light, to get the headlight going. But everything else, like even that background is literally on the wall, hanging from the wall.
Right.
So, the background's like everything is real. And he's got it set up that from what I was looking at it, I want to say it was 2 separate tables or a very long table. And the stinger is way back there, and it's sitting on these, explosion pieces with light coming up from them. It's wild, man. It's wild. So cool.
And I know how hard it is I tried to make one of those blast effects. Now, I wasn't trying to do that. I had a bunch of Cobra claws that were launching, and the one in the foreground I wanted to use just to make it look a tiny bit of the blast effect coming off the claw. And then I just wanted it to look like the white smoke billowing out in a way, but make it look, and it ain't easy. You can't just throw them cotton balls down and put some lights in it. You got to spray it. You got to do some shit. I unfortunately I didn't have the amount of time that I wanted to do it, and it did look a lot like I just glued some cotton balls together. But it's all good. I'll get them next time.
Yeah, keep trying. Absolutely. I've not attempted that yet, so I'm not going to knock you whatsoever. I'm going to
Yeah.
salute you for trying.
Well, when Mate Mylar came on, he was very giving with the information of how he does it. It's again another behind the scenes guy, and he talked about it extensively. And I bookmarked the time so I could go back and listen to it because it's
There you
just, I mean, it's not that hard when you have the practical effects master giving you the breakdown. Just do this, do this, don't do that, and then you're all set. So yeah, next time I'm going to be on the money.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and again with the whole thing, the way this is all set up, the clarity on the focus on Snake Eyes and Scarlet is amazing too. Absolutely stellar work. Yep.
I want to know if he did that with a camera or an iPhone. I've been shocked, or just a phone in general. I've been shocked when I've been told a few different things. Somebody was like, "Oh no, I just did that with my phone," and you're like, "Wow, oh my god."
This particular one he did with a camera because
Okay.
in his behind, I think he did the behind the scenes with his phone because you can see the camera.
Oh, got it. Okay, yep. I'm with it.
Yep.
That's what's up. No,
But
this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Bonus points for using the Alpha Commando.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
How do you like your Snake Eyes, brother? I think Mark and I settle in somewhere around like a 65-70% Alpha Commando, 30% Ninja.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. I'm with you. I Commando Snake Eyes is my commando.
Yes.
Like as a kid, I loved Snake Eyes version 2 better than 82. But my reasoning was because my 82 is a straight arm, and obviously the version 2 was a much more detailed figure.
Yeah.
It was ultimately a cooler figure as a kid.
Right.
But it still maintained a lot of the aesthetics of a commando for that character. But ultimately, especially when you get into classified and how they've classified up things, I'll take Commando Snake Eyes over Ninja Snake Eyes any day.
Yeah.
That's give him a sword, but have him in his commando fatigues. That's fine.
I love that number 30 Alpha Commando so much. I had Larry Hama sign it when I had one in the box, and I was like, because I was down here the day before I was driving down, I met up with Riptide and CG Horror down on Long Island, and Larry Hama was signing stuff. And before I left, I was like, wait a minute, what am I going to have Larry Hama sign? It's got to be something like super cool. And as soon as I saw the Alpha Commando in the box, I was like, snatch, that's the one. So I love that. Very good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
I wish they would come out with a proper version 2. I feel like the first figure they did, it was a good figure, but I think it's because it was one of their first figures. It was kind of fragile. Mine broke. They keep re-releasing them, but they release them with green pants or something, and it's like no, all black. I only want them in all black or like a dark gray, and I don't want any other color on it. Except maybe I don't mind like the head they put them on the, from Resolute, the little green. But other than that little, that's the only color he should have on him at all. And to me, like you got to do version 2 like dead on. Got to have the that dart that he has on his wrist. Is you don't have that detail. At this point, we're several years in, they should redo it.
That, and then they got like if they do a retro carded version 2, right, where it's like ultra specific, and they have like the bandolier with just the proper amount. I think if they went highly detailed on that bandolier, that's the dart is an amazing suggestion, and I think it's now become 100% necessary for them to do that in my mind too. And I think that figure will be awesome. I think that they can do it because as Mark was saying, like that what is it? It's number 2, right? Like number 2 and the Desert Commando, I think are basically the same thing. And it was like I love that figure. I think it looks cool. I like that. I love that the sword and the whole thing. But it was definitely very loose. It reminds me of like one of those old O-ring figures where the thing becomes super stretched out and the legs are just like spaghetti. It reminds me of that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for mine, one problem was the sheath for the knife, because I got the first run and the knife couldn't go completely into the sheath because it wasn't routed out properly.
Right.
And the crunch, the ab crunch, was just a loose floppy mess. So yeah, it just completely took me out of liking that figure. I'm with you, Mark. We need an update for sure on that.
Instead of just giving us this a millionth repaint of Snake
Right.
Eyes and different
Right.
camo, just redo it. You love to put out Snake Eyes. That's all you like to do. You like to put out Snake Eyes. Put out a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
The green one in that 2-pack is the 11th classified Snake Eyes. 11th.
Wow.
Who wants that
Wow.
one? I mean, I don't.
That's crazy.
Wow. Not for $110. No, I can pay.
No interest.
I can wait. Maybe if it goes on sale, but
Yeah.
that's a pass for me. I kind of like the fact that we're getting to the point where I have things that I'm saying, yeah, I can pass on. It's kind of a nice feeling, to be honest.
Well, 2025 was decimating because it was I wanted every single thing that came out. I definitely have been able to say no to a couple things this year. No HasLab. As much as I would love to get a Moray, I'm also very equally like fine. You know,
Yeah, I don't need to spend $350 right now.
no. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And it would have sucked if I had to say no to
Yeah.
it for that reason. You know what I mean? It's one thing to not just boom. I don't even have to worry about it. It's not there. But if I had to say no to a Moray, I'd have been upset.
I would have sold a kidney for a Moray, dude.
Right, that's true. That's
No
true.
way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I'm with you. I'd be all in on a Moray for sure. So
Be trying extra hard to find a way to sell these feet pictures on OnlyFans or something.
So I want to bring this back up real quick. Headcanon says Toy Hacks just put out that they're doing classified vehicle and figure decal sets to enhance the toys. A Ninja Snake Eyes set is a promo for 1 cent. Huh. Okay. I'll have to go check that out. Very interesting.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I did see that. Yes, I did. So I think it was God. I don't remember where I saw it, but I did see that, and I've heard nothing but good things about those stickers. So I'm gonna have to check it out.
nice.
Yeah, Toy Hacks has got a very good reputation. I've not gotten any myself, but I've got a few friends who've gotten them, especially for Transformers. A lot of that's basically, I think, where they started, is mostly Transformers. But yeah, excellent products for sure. No HasLab, but they're going to nickel and dime us with $100 price points. Yeah, seriously.
Pretty much.
Oh no,
Yeah,
for
we've already
sure.
got 3 this year. So yeah, they're trying. They're getting your money one way or the other, whether it be $300 toys or
Yeah.
one $300 toy.
Right,
You're getting
right.
$300.
We'll do something like drop the Fang, a Devilfish, and like a Hydro Sled. You know, maybe I don't know if I'd want to pay $100 for a Hydro Sled, but you know, you can get that money with a bunch of those little vehicles. I mean, that's mostly. I did have some big stuff, but a lot of the big stuff I didn't get until I got from garage sales later on, right? But I had all the smaller ones, like an Armadillo. Oh my God, how great would an Armadillo be? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, and again, the Devilfish. I mean, CG Horror printed me a gorgeous Devilfish, but still, wouldn't be bad to have one right from the classified line.
For sure.
Throw this out at you guys. What do you think about? I think they should stop putting figures in with the vehicles unless it's essential. Something like Clutch, yeah, you got to put Clutch in with the Vamp, but something like the Ferret, the Claw, don't put a figure in. Cut it by 25% so we can buy 2, 3, 4 of them. If you want to get a troop builder, you get a troop builder. Cut the price down, $30, and you'd sell tons of them. I think you would just, you know, I think we would double up. I would buy if they were like twice the price of a figure. I'd be buying 2 or 3 of them. But the fact that they're like 80 to 100, now you're like, well, I guess I got one, and they got this figure that's kind of lame. You know, like they're okay figures, but they're really just the same thing. Yeah.
Right.
Great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that for sure. So the Ferret didn't need a figure. The Claw didn't need a figure, and you know, a number of others didn't. I mean, they put in Breaker with the Ram. It made sense because, you know, it's a throwback to the packaging. And as kids, we all kind of associated Breaker with the Ram. I know I did anyway. But still, it wasn't necessary. It was, it's pressing it a little bit for sure.
I'd have to agree. Yeah, I think the egregious one is the Ferret. That I have no interest in that. It looks like a ESPN X Games, like somebody that's just doing. You know, I definitely did. Now, I do really like the Claw pilot. I think that pilot is amazing. But you could always sell them separate, right? Like
Yeah.
if somebody
Easily.
wants to buy it here, now you have the option. I bet that they would find, you know, and of course I'm sure they always have their reasons, you know, mostly revolving around greed. But I for sure I think that it would be better to have the option. Watch
He's a repainted Valkyrie. Just sell me a new Valkyrie pack with,
right.
you know,
Exactly.
He's exactly the same. So you're not even getting you're just getting a repaint, really.
Right.
It's a good repaint. Maybe even better because she has, you know, more Cobra coloring
Mm-hmm.
than the other. But you know, you could certainly drop the price by a lot, and we'd all be a lot happier, I think.
Agreed.
Agreed. Yep. Wholeheartedly.
Because you know what they should have done is that with that claw, where that figure is, they should have sold it like it had the option to put that little mini bomb. You remember that the other one had that little just like a Big Bertha looking thing. I think that would be awesome to have that on there. And then it's a good call, Mark.
Yeah. All right, real quick, I want to jump in because I just saw Bees Battleground stopped in. He says, I'm all for a moray. We have all these divers and sailors and no watercraft besides that Fortnite boat and later the Valaverse boat coming. And I agree 100%. Yeah, we need some watercraft for them. Also, Bobby, I wanted to ask you because we were discussing your photo earlier.
We needed it.
Is that a custom figure? We were trying to figure out exactly what that was. It looks like Steeler, but the figure looks more tan. So if you're still here, let us know, man. What is that? We're curious. And thank
Inquiring
you.
minds want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. So again, Mass Device, amazing work. Go check them out. Always fun stuff. We're gonna move on to our next shot here. If it works for me. Come on. There we go. And GI Jedi. Hey, GI Jedi. You're already here.
Nice.
There you are right there, friend. This is GI Jedi. He's got the what was that? The Supreme Snake Supreme Cobra Commander.
Yeah,
what he was called.
It's good.
With a custom throne. Yeah, that figure was nice. I was able to get a hold of that when it came out, and I was really excited about that because I usually back then when that one came out, I didn't have good luck with getting exclusives. So yeah,
they make it as hard as it can be.
Which is so crazy. It's so nuts. I don't know if it's engineered FOMO or what, but it always seems like, you know, it sells out in a second, or that you're like, how does a billion-dollar company run like this? What the fuck?
Right. All right. So, hey, look at that. It's regular Steeler figure, just flushed out with the sunlight and some canned fog spray.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Much appreciated. It's a great shot.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of fun. Very cool shot. So, GI Jedi's, I know you're here, so we're going to go ahead and ask you since you're in the chat. This throne that you've got, was this a custom that you built or something that you were able to purchase? Or let us know. I'm curious. GI Jedi's I kind of new with figure photography, kind of new to it. But again, he's been in the chats for quite some time now, and I was happy to get something from you and be able to showcase you. So very cool stuff.
Awesome.
Yep. Let's go over to next up is from Articulated Times. Steve, friend of the channel, owner of Articulated Empire. He was on with us last week. Yeah, it was last week. I can't keep track anymore, but yeah, Steve was on with us last week. And he's another phenomenal photographer. Doesn't do a lot of GI Joe, but we were talking last week about this show coming up, and he asked, he goes, if I can find any of my, I've done some GI Joe. If I can find one, I'll send one to you. I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
So I love this because you've got the, I know it was probably some kind of air spray type situation to make the.
That's great.
Oh yeah, to get the dust and dirt all over the place. Hey, GI Joe, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, that is sweet. I want to know about the blast effect. That I like the way.
drop in Photoshop is my guess.
Right.
Right. Probably, yeah, I would agree with you. Either that or, well, regardless, to get it to light up like that, it certainly was Photoshop. But I know there is a blast effect
Right. The
that came
four
to
weapon.
somebody similar.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I wonder if they just dialed up the color to make it,
Sure,
but-
you could make it glow, and you can do a lot with. I actually use Photoshop quite a bit,
Mhm.
so you certainly could very easily do that.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. I like it. I and I do like that sword is a little ridiculous. I always looked at Snake Eyes as having like serviceable katanas, right? Like something that's not like something that sticks out on each side like that is not very ninja like. That's like broadsword meet you in the field of battle type shit.
Yeah.
So I always liked it with the more like the version 4. The version 4 Snake Eyes, it comes with it's just two of them. Boop, dropped right in there. The handles are behind his head, and the blades come down the small of his back. That actually looks, realistic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All the other ones before that all had weird swords.
Right.
There's those. You had the version 3 had that weird like sword with the holes in it.
Whatever
yeah.
the fuck that thing
That's
was.
awesome.
That,
Cool. I don't.
that was a very strange weapon. I think somebody on the Twitter timeline found, I think, whatever weapon that was in real life and posted the picture up, and you go, oh, okay, so it's like you hold the middle and you can spin the two ends or something like that. It was bonkers.
Yeah,
That is wild. All right, Sneaky says got to head over to Talib's stream soon. Sneaky's going to be on Talib's show
Nice.
at 10:30 tonight. He says I'll catch you the rest on the replay. Good to see Destro's design and spirit animal on. Thank you for
All right,
stopping.
thanks for coming through, Sneaky.
Always. Let's see. We got here real quick. Pot Passion. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Flipping back just for a quick second, GI Jedi had answered us. He said, "Yeah, Snake Supreme Cobra Commander on a throne. He printed from a purchase file, and he's using the compendium in the
Oh,
background.
nice. I can dig it.
Yep, very creative. I like it.
Nice.
Excellent.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. A simpler sword for Snake Eyes is kind of a must. I mean, even the vintage version 2 had a pretty wild sword.
It was big. It was big. It was very broadswordish. That looks a lot very similar to that. And I think that this sword itself is a cool ass sword. It's just big for Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so what we got coming up next? We have Roper's Room.
Oh wow, that's a great
Yeah.
Okay. Holy hell. That's pretty dope. Yeah, that he pumps out some pretty good stuff. I recently started following him, I think like maybe 2 weeks ago or so. I've had limited time on Instagram recently, but no, that's a pretty awesome shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Roper's another one where it's just all practical.
That's great. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You can really feel the movement in that thing.
Right. It's like it was captured in mid motion.
Wow.
All of it.
I'm going to put the glasses on for this one.
All right. Yeah, I love Roper stuff. Another one that I've been following for a long time, just as a G.I. Joe classified fan, long before I even tried to take a picture.
Here's a question: is this shot inside or out?
That I don't remember.
Okay.
I honestly don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I do not know on this shot. Roper, if you're here, because I know you stopped in before. If you're here, let us know, man. Is this an outdoor shot or indoor? If I had to guess, I'd say outdoor, and then you tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing I notice is when you look at on the right side of the ferret where it looks like it's smoke, but it just has like this particular way that it looks like it's being spit out from the tire, right? Just like in a kind of a way, like it looks like a happy accident, if you will. God, that looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. The motion is unbelievable. It does.
Yeah, oh my God. So Chuckles is like, this is one of those ones where you'll get the camera set right and you'll take the picture and you'll realize, oh wait, Chuckles' eyes are behind that fucking bar. So then you go to like move Chuckles and then something else doesn't look right and you wind up like going back and forth trying to find that happy medium where you can see everything exactly how you want to see it. But it looks absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bearded
yeah,
Sumo in the house. What's up, brother?
That's hilarious when you do that, and especially if you think you've got it 100% right, and then you take a good look. But the thing about it is one of those things that I was talking to my buddy about it the other day, because I sent him a shot that I took, and I was explaining to him where I screwed up and how I had to try to fix the whole damn thing because I didn't realize until well after I had finished. I thought I finished the shot, and he's laughing. He's like, "Dude, no one else would have noticed that." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but." I knew it was there, and it pissed me off. So
Nice. That's a good comment, Stu.
Yeah,
I feel like it's almost you have to mention the positioning of I don't know which one is which, but the Crimson twin on the back. You know, it's like a very, you know, he's not straight up and down. It's almost like he's trying to catch his balance by like leaning back, but also like leaning his butt back, but his upper body forward. So it's giving it that sense of he's really trying to stay balanced and keep the shot while also, you know, turning on a giant ATV. It's really nifty.
Agreed for sure.
Who is that in the driver's seat of the van?
That's Flint.
It is. Yep.
It is Flint. Nice. Good call.
New Flint.
Nice.
I still love that new Flint. I don't care. At first, I rolled my.
Yeah, me too. It's so good.
Yeah.
The retro one?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the only thing wrong with that one is the card art. I call that one what is it? Oh, fellatio face Flint. Because he's got like that, his mouth is open. He looks like a blow up doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, the card art sucks 100%. You know, I hadn't gotten the retro Crazy Legs yet, and I was at GameStop yesterday, and they had one, and I still haven't picked it up. I'm kind of trying to wait for sale. It's not a must have for me, but that's another one where the card art reminds me of Fun School G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think they nailed it at all with the card art on the retros. It's almost never good. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, there's hope. The most recent wave, the retro grunt, the Wild Bill, and the Techno Viper, their card arts are like almost exactly like the original. Especially the one, the Techno Viper looks phenomenal.
Yes, I would agree. It looks like they're riding the ship there. And I hope they do. And Grunt looks very good on that one too. We'll see what the final product is, but it definitely looked like a major improvement over what they've been doing for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
And making that whole other figure just so he looks like part of the OG 13 is ultimate cash grab. But I honestly, if people are like, I wanted that because the new version doesn't necessarily look like the old version, and so if somebody wanted something different, I guess I would get it. But it's like it's just a damn green shirt.
I just feel like this whole year has been a lot of like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll get that. I kind of have to, you know. Yep. Just, I don't know. I'm like, all right. I guess we had to get one of those eventually. You know, I don't know. Just,
right. No, it's
Crazy Legs. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid face. I'll get a Crazy Legs with a stupid face.
Right.
It's not.
It all started with the Action Force Special Forces guy, which is not like a terrible figure at all. But for some reason, I had just bought 2 Monster Force Delta Reds, and I was had it sitting right here. And then I opened up that Special Forces, and I'm like looking at the Special Forces, and I'm looking at the Delta Red, and I'm looking at the price tag, and I'm looking back at the Delta Red, and looking at the Special Forces, and I'm like, this is shitty compared to the Monster Force for like the same amount of money. And then I don't know. It's almost like it's almost like between that and the more that I started to look at other lines, I became more critical of the classified line in a sense that you start to realize other things that other toy lines are doing right, like especially Bobby and Action Force and all the shit that he's, you know, you look at at Valverse, you look at that and you're like, you know, some of those things, the weight of the figure, just the heavier detail, better weapons, and you're just like, you know, I wound up, I'd say, becoming more critical, but coupled with the fact that the releases are fine, you know, there's nothing, like I felt like I was bowled over continuously in 2025, and this year is very meh.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's lackluster for sure. You got a couple shining moments, the Royal Guard, absolute banger, and then a lot of sleepers, a lot of just kind of boring. Okay, yeah, I'll put it on the shelf and never touch it again. Kind of the Ramp Rats. Here's the thing. Speaking of the Ramp Rats, you know what pissed me off with the Ramp Rats more than anything? Get them out of the package. Not a horrible figure, but not anything exciting, right?
No.
But what pissed me off was just the on the back of the vest, the comms that are in there are literally just like pictures. It's pictures of comms in the back of the vest. Essentially. It's they could have had an actual comm in there or something, you know, and made it a little nicer. It's disappointing. It's like, you know, you cheaped out. They cheaped out basically. So, you know, again, when you're putting these, you're increasing the price on something that's essentially, you know, got one or two new pieces, and you're cheaping out left and right, but you keep kicking the price up. It's like,
right.
It's like, yeah, they're good for world building, but it's the most boring figure ever made. It's basically like the Cobra dishwasher. It's like, you know, why don't you? Okay, can we get all the menial workers as the bathroom cleaning guy?
Right.
Next, he comes with a toilet scrub and a chainsaw for some reason. You know, it's like,
right.
I don't know. I'm not buying that shit. No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. All right, so moving forward from this one, make sure to go check out Roper's Room on Instagram. Amazing work. This is just one of the many amazing shots that he's done. Next up, and Sneaky. So on the replay, Sneaky, thank you so much for sending in a photo for this one. But this is our own Sneaky figures, and Sneaky just squeaked this one in the last possible minute. But he got it to me yesterday. Well, last night actually. He had asked, he said, I've got something for you. I've got something cooking up. I said, okay, I'll save you a spot. And yeah, he got it in on time. But yeah, so again, and Sneaky's work is always just amazing. And he doesn't do a lot of G.I. Joe. So I think that's maybe he's been busy. I don't know. I mean, we're all busy. We can't always just like play with our toys all day, every day.
Don't get me started.
Right, exactly. I know, you know. But Sneaky's lighting is always fantastic, and he's got, you know, the dios to just create the atmosphere. And we've got Jinx, and I honestly can't tell who she's fighting.
I think it's the Blue Ninjas.
I agreed.
Because I think one of them has that devil head, the Oni mask.
You're correct. Yep, you are correct. That is exactly what it is.
Bonus points for using the blindfolded Jinx too. Looks awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that figure.
Jinx was a sleeper figure. Jinx was a figure that I think kind of was overlooked. And I think that part of it was because there were a lot of other great figures coming out during the time. But I love this figure. I think they did a great job with this one. I like the updates. I know some people didn't like so much with the bare arms and the tattoos, but I thought I liked it. I thought it was a nice upgrade.
I love it. I don't get these people who need everything to look exactly like it looked. I feel like I also don't like it when they go too far. It's too weak. But to me, it's just like they got to classify them up a little bit, you know. And to me, that was just a very cool. And her head sculpt's great. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like the tattoos. You know.
Yep.
The weapons. weapons are pretty cool too. That trident looking thing is actually I can appreciate that. Definitely a figure that I did expect. Brother Roadblock sent me one, and it was one of those ones where you're looking at it and you're like, I'll wait till I see it for like $15, somewhere. And but then he sent that to me. I opened it up and I was like, oh, this is worth every penny at the a lot of figures like that. A lot of figures I didn't think I was gonna like, and I opened it up and found it to be pleasantly surprised. The biggest a case of that is the Spirit and Lowlight Mad Marauders 2-pack.
That's what you said, yeah.
I always kind of was like, because I love the original version of those figures so much, I just couldn't picture them like looking with this blue and this green or whatever. And then it actually all started with, I think I had it right over here. Oh, it all started with, I opened up this, which is the Mad Marauders barbecue. Now, it's not my barbecue. Barbecue is always going to be the orange guy. But this, when I opened it, I was like, dude, this figure is fucking awesome. Like, look at this shit. Comes with this axe. There's like the other axe that he has. It's, I don't know, man. I was like, this is really cool. I'm really digging this figure. The green and the blue look a little better in person. It's definitely silly still, but it looks better. And then I saw, I think it was one of the promo shots that Matt Cohen had taken for the set. And I was like, okay, I have to get this figure. I saw it on sale. I opened it up, and I never took anything literally right from the package over and set them up and started taking pictures. I threw I had these preformed like concrete folders, and boop, boop, put two of them there. I added a couple little lights around. I used just a black background. It was like the figures can do all the talking, and they did. That's a fucking really dope set. So just for something that you don't think is going to be good, it winds up being amazing. That's one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and because I was never a fan of the original Slaughter's Marauders as a kid. I thought they were just kind of I was out of it by then anyway, but I remember seeing them because I was like kind of on the cusp. I'd see them, watch the cartoon and commercials or whatever. Right. And I never really liked what they had done with those back then. It just felt like they slapped some stripes of a couple different colors and they're like, well, here's the figure again. But again, Classified, I thought did a really good job with those designs, and definitely made them look better. That's jumping over here. Ed Cannon says, I've had to give the gear from the Abomination that was the 60s Marine Sniper to Marauders Lowlight. Yeah. It was basically his gear anyway in the correct colors. That's a good idea. Absolutely.
Yeah, I do like that blue. So, it's like gives you like you're underneath. It's like a back alley. There's like a street sign up there. Big tube light blaring. You can almost hear it humming. That interesting ass color.
Yeah. So Dreadnought E says, I just got that 2-pack because Dee won't stop talking about it.
That's true. I'm out here doing the Lord's work.
Right. Real quick, I saw somebody sneak in over here. No Quarter. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Good to see you. I got to meet No Quarter at IshCon 2 weeks ago as well. Good guy. We had some good conversation. She looks so much better out of the box when posing. It was good to add her to the rest of the rawhides. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. All right. So moving on from Sneaky, we've got the next up is Toyamic Trey. And Trey is part of a YouTube channel for the Action Figure Alliance. They do a show on Wednesday nights.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, and Trey's been doing he's doing a Road to Joe Fest 2026. And so every day, I think for 30 days, he is doing a comic style photograph of G.I. Joe each day. This is just one of the many because I think we're about 15 days in. So he's got about 15 of these. Definitely go check them all out. They're really good. They are really good. This is the one that I grabbed and I asked him to use. But there were so many. It was difficult to choose which one to spotlight here. So I guarantee next week I'm going to bring up another one, and yeah, for sure we'll get another one on here. But yeah, this is that gridiron.
Oh yeah,
I can never pronounce it. The phalanx.
Phalanx.
There you go. Phalanx. That works.
I think I don't even know.
Have you guys actually ever seen one of these in person?
No.
No.
Yeah, I have not seen one in person. Honestly, like big stuff like that, I go to my brother Matt from Mo's Mine.
Understood.
And like the big difference to that particular one there, I think that's the phalanx. What I disliked about it from afar was you can only really access that inner area in the back by just that one point in the back, and you have to like it looks like a struggle to get something set up right. Like this thing on the back of the Atlas, this whole piece right here comes off, and then you have the option to so it's not to shoehorn a little bit of shilling in there, but
Sure.
yeah, no, dude, it's
Hey, Mo's good. Mo's mine's
Mo's the best. Also on the on my show this week, live from Viper Den Studios on Saturday, he's coming in. He's gonna have reveals of some new stuff, so y'all might want to make sure you're checking that out.
hell yeah.
Also with my brother CG Horror, he'll be on too. But the Phalanx, I'm not gonna lie, it does look cool. Like they all look cool,
Totally.
but $400,
$400.
Right. Exactly.
and then add like another 50 for shipping and fucking
Oh yeah.
Yep.
right.
Yep. That's exactly it. And the thing is absolutely huge. Somebody brought one to IshCon, and that was the first time I had gotten to see one in real life. And it is impressive looking. And it looks like it's, I mean, and messing around with it, it's a lot of fun. But again,
Yeah.
$400. Like
Dollars, dude. That's
I was happy to visit with it. You know what I mean? I was happy to get a little visit with it. And that was nice, but that's about as far as we're gonna go.
They make, listen, I'm not to shit all over Gridiron, but they do make some stuff like these drones. These drones are dope.
Yeah.
You know, that for $60 or whatever. It's to me that's up there. Like this one right here, I think this is the one. There was like a big turret that goes on here. I have it on something else. A guy can stand here. You know, I mean, these are. Oh, I just knocked that thing off. But see, this is where it's at. I think these are like. I think this one. I think I paid $75 for, and I gotta be honest with you, I'd do it again. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that is a cool one for sure.
Oh, one thing that it's over there. I'm not gonna go grab it, but if nobody has seen it, you gotta go check it out. They sell this. It's like a kit that it can turn your Python Patrol Trouble Bubble into a mech. It's got two legs and then two like chain gun arms, and it's got missile launchers and the whole thing. And it just fits right on your Python Patrol Trouble Bubble. It's the black, the red, the yellow. It's pretty freaking sweet. I got that before the snake armors because I was like, oh, here we go. This will look good. And it's incredible.
That is, it's a fun set. My one of my closest friends, I got him one for his birthday last year, and
Nice.
he absolutely loves it. He'd been wanting to get it, so I knew. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get it for you, bud.
Cool.
And then he's like, you need to buy one of these. I'm like, yeah, probably, but that's a lot of money. But yeah, they are cool. He sent me pictures of it, and
It's like $100, I think.
yeah. For the whole set, for the whole thing. And if you get it, you're going to want to get the whole set for sure.
Definitely.
The whole combo set.
Yep.
Real quick, Hot Rod. It's been a great stream. Thank you very much. But now I've got to go up my game and change my profile picture. Thanks a lot. All right. I don't know where we're going with that. But I'm curious. I want to see what your profile picture update is when you're done, my friend. But again, go check out Trey and Trey and Alan are, like I said, Action Figure Alliance Wednesday nights. Fun group of guys. And Trey's 30 Days to Joe Fest has been a fun set of photos for sure.
Right. I do really dig the cover girl posing. I think that the way she sit, and I'm not being funny, being dead serious. Like it's actually it's interesting. It looks very, very organic, if you will.
Very casual. Yes, I agree with you. Very natural, very casual. Mm-hmm.
But it always stands out, right? When you find, I mean, for obvious reasons. Number one, you're making a piece of plastic look like it's portraying like a human thing, but it just because it's hard when you're posing, especially like army guys too. It's more of a serious pose, they're in some kind of something, or and then to see something like that, I don't know, I dig it. It kind of makes the shot for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she stands out for sure. That's the thing. I love that figure, and every shot that I've done with her, it's like you said, it's never a serious shot. It's not always a humorous shot, but she just brings she brings her own light, so to speak, to a
Right.
shot. She looks friendly. Looks, of course, the smiling face helps, but yeah, I really like what they did with that figure.
She's
for
cute.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They've done CoverGirl justice, because vintage CoverGirl was a horrible figure. That head on that original one, the O-ring figure, was just
That and the Scarlet, man, they look like two middle-aged, angry soccer moms.
yeah. Well, but even Scarlet was better than CoverGirl. That CoverGirl head was just massive.
Yeah.
It was over, because I remember as a kid, one of the things I did was I think I got as a Christmas present from a relative or something, I had gotten a second Scarlet. So I switched out one of the Scarlet heads on my CoverGirl because I just could not stand that CoverGirl head. The vintage CoverGirl head was just terrible. That's just me. All right, moving on from Trey, we have Magna Figure Photos. Winford, our own Winford. You guys know Winford.
Yeah.
Guest co-host last week. Yep. And Winford doesn't do a lot of G.I. Joe shots, but again, he reached out. He's like, if I do one, I got an older one. Can I send it? I'm like, hell yeah, send it. And so there we go. We got the
Nice.
vintage, or the retro bat. And I was getting worried. We got a lot of Dreadnought photos coming in. And I was getting worried that we were going to get all Dreadnought. But it turned out we've got a nice mix, I think, of characters for sure. But yeah, simple shot. Monkey Wrench just about to wreck, or has been wrecking, the bat. Winford does a lot of outdoor shots. In fact, the majority of what he does is outdoors, but he always captures a good angle and just, wherever he may be. Winford, if you're here, where was this? Which ditch was this? Oh, there he is. This is actually one of a series that told a story. All right, so go check out Magna Figure Photos. Go look at these and go check out the story.
I'm pretty sure I followed. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for that bat to just like grab his arm though and break it because he's a robot.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm with you, Jedi. Really want a Wolverine for CoverGirl. We need one in the classified for sure.
Mm. There's a gentleman, Spec Ops Toys. He's on Twitter, but is mainly on TikTok, and he makes some very reasonable stuff for reasonable prices. Like I got the it was the bomb disposal unit. I think you guys probably remember that. It was you can get it in Joe Green or the Cobra Blue, and he's selling it $50 for one or $80 shipped for the set. And I ordered one to give to my brother CG Horror, and it was, I don't know why I didn't get the other one. So anyway, he printed a Wolverine. He did it in regular colors and 788 colors, and I think it was like, oh God, I don't want to quote. I think it was $175. Now I know that does sound like a lot, but if you've seen it, you'd be like, wow, that seems like a decent deal. Again, I prefer, Matt from Mo's Mind for my bigger stuff like that, but if anybody's looking for like seriously inexpensive, now when you look at it, you can see like the treads on super detailed, they're just solid pieces. But if you just want something to go up on the shelf and look decent for a reasonable cost, there's some good stuff over there.
Very nice. Might have to check that out. That would be there have been a few Wolverines out there, which makes me say, hey, I mean, Hasbro, you can go ahead and do that, man. Come on. Let's get it together, guys. Quit having we have to do another vamp now because we got to make money off that mold.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I like the Mark II. It's cool, but new stuff, please. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so moving on. Again, Magna Figure Photos. Magna does, Winford does a lot of, he's like me, as a Savage Crucible shill, a little bit, maybe. Maybe not quite as much as myself, but a lot of Valaverse as well. He's been posting with the black a lot lately. Nice. Great line. I can't wait. My box from Vala comes tomorrow. Initially it said I'd have to wait till Monday, and then I saw the the update today, and it said, no, it's right here. It'll be there
Ooh.
tomorrow.
Very good.
Yes. Now I'm going to
Nice.
have a fun weekend. Yeah. All right. So moving
I'm gonna have to
on.
pick me up some Savage Crucible. Mark was talking about he's got a few too, so my interest is piqued.
Couple of them.
You know what? Come see us tomorrow night. Come 9:00 tomorrow night. Your interest will be piqued even more. I can tell you that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So next up, we've got Evil Dookie, Outhouse Customs.
Nice.
Yeah, he sent me this, and he's like, "Oh, I don't really do much as far as photography." And so again, this is what I was talking about with the heavy on the Dreadnoks. We got a lot of Dreadnoks fans, and I'm a Dreadnoks fan too. I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
I love the Dreadnoks.
huge. That's
Yeah, and he's got a.
Sorry.
No. Go ahead, Mark. What was
Unfortunately, I gotta leave because I double booked. I'm sorry, I booked booked at 11 on Toy Kind of Mood. So
okay.
I appreciate it. Sorry to leave early.
No.
But yeah, thank you all.
Here, let me bring you on so you can go real quick here and give you shout outs and whatnot. And I appreciate you coming on for sure.
Oh yeah, no,
thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on. Yeah. So what do I got? I just put out the mythology of Hector Ramirez tonight, so that's out right now. So you can watch that, and then working on the mythology of actually Savage Crucible and Operation Recall. A couple modern lines, yeah. So I'm doing those. Savage Crucible is going to take me a little while though. It'll probably be a couple weeks because it's pretty deep lore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good fun. And then I'll be on Monday night. I'll be on with Michael and R.A. Rain. We're going to be talking to He-Man, the He-Man movie.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But yeah,
Very
thanks.
cool.
Thanks again. Sorry I had to leave early.
Oh, hey, we went way over, and so don't apologize for anything. We're going way over tonight. I'm usually a 90-minute show, and we're about to hit 2 hours. So I really appreciate you coming on. One of the things I wanted to say to you, Mark, before you went, just before you got, I know you got to go. I'm not going to hold you. Is the lore episode that you did on Action Force, Bobby's Action Force.
Oh yeah,
I knew it. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
That was just great work, and I love a lot of your other stuff too. But that one I really enjoyed. I thought that was for anyone who's wants a background of lore for Vala versus Action Force. That's the show. That's the one to watch for sure.
nice. More lore is coming from Valaverse because I think we're gonna do the Black graphic novel.
Ooh.
That's
Nice.
Not officially, but announced, but probably coming. Would be my guess. So.
That sounds
right.
awesome. All right.
Awesome.
So much.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
See ya.
It was
Sounds
to
good,
meet you.
brother. Later.
Yeah, good to meet you.
All right.
There we go. All right. Well, again, thank you so much, Destro. It's my spirit animal for coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate that. All right. So back to it. We've got a couple more because, like I said, we're going super late. So we've got Evil Dookie, Outhouse Customs. Again, Dookie's, I got a chance to meet him and hang out with him for a bit and talk at IshCon. Really cool guy. He does a lot of custom work. He's very much, he's a biker guy. A lot of his stuff is, Dreadnoks oriented, biker oriented. He's working on different bike designs. He does custom bikes for action figures. And I know he was talking about wanting to dive into 3D printing customizable kits for motorcycles. We're talking about that for a while, yeah. And I believe he does real life bikes as well, so that kind of leans into his understanding of the bikes, that he can do the little miniature versions of them as well.
Right. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his custom work, and like you were saying, Destro, before, when he came on and showed us his layout of his entire lair there, the dollhouse converted, it was
crazy.
a sight to be seen. It was very, very cool. I love that look. Love that.
So I have a handful of big, huge dial builds, right? Like the jungle scene is like 8 foot by 4 foot by like 5 foot high, and so you don't see too many big dial builds like that. So when I saw that hawk's nest, that's of size. That's a pretty reasonably sized. So I was like, oh, these are my people. Look at the size of this.
Yep.
Melted Copper says, I just got here and Tim's have vanished. Yeah, that's fun. Good to see you, brother.
Yes. Thank you for coming out. Absolutely. Oh, Travis says here, man, I was supposed to get my Valorburst box today. We've got it pushed back till tomorrow. Yeah. Well, at least in time for the weekend, my friend, right? That's
right.
Cool. Right. Yep. Oh, it Melted Copper had some more. Is this Monday night? What's the Data of Clown's daughter doing?
It's a whole long story.
All right, fair enough.
It makes sense. Trust me.
All right. Right on. All right. So again, Outhouse Customs, Evil Dookie, definitely go check out his
Very
stuff.
cool.
Again, he doesn't do a lot of photography, but he takes pictures of all the customs that he does, and he's got some badass customs. So go check that stuff out. Really cool stuff.
It's all he does his show on Friday night, and that's all him and the other guy do is just forgive me, I can't. Is the other guy's name Travis? I think perhaps. I feel terrible that I can't remember the other guy's name. I'm horrible with names, but anyway, it's a great show.
Awesome. Yeah, that's right. He does do Fridays. Very cool
Stu.
stuff. Our very own Stu for lunch sent me one just about 2 days ago, and he's like, "Do you have any spots left?" I was like, "Stu, I will make room because I freaking love this shot."
Damn right. There's always room for Stu.
That's right. Absolutely. And this is a great shot with hit and run. Kind of an underrated figure. I didn't grow up with hit and run, so for me, I didn't have any nostalgia to him. I know a lot of other people did, and I can see why. During that time, that was when he came out, it was G.I. Joe was getting a little more wild, and hit and run was a little bit more grounded military character among a lot of neon.
Yep.
So I can see the pull to it for sure for kids that were still loving the military side of it.
Absolutely.
He's
a top 10 figure for me. Now, when I say top 10, if anybody knows how I do lists, there's there's more than 10 figures in my top 10. I have ties, certain numbers, like 3 right now. I'm like, what do I have at 3? Like Low Light, Firefly, and Major Blood. They're all tied for. Oh no, I'm sorry. Low Light, Scrap Iron, and Major Blood. Firefly, Destro, and Snake Eyes, I think, belong in their own separate bit of awesomeness. They're all just so crazy cool. They're above the list. But anyways, to my point, hit and run settles in somewhere between 5 and 6. I think I fucking love this figure. I absolutely loved it. The classified figure, they totally crushed it, and I do have to agree with you, my friend, that it is underrated in the fact that there's not enough people like ranting or raving about look how awesome it is. Now, me personally, how much I love it. I've done maybe 2 or 3 finished photography shots, promos for Sistery Arsenal and Moe's Mine in the past legitimately 2.5 months. That's how busy I have been. But so he is on the list. Like I got a bunch of stuff up here too I ordered a bunch of stuff for my Fort mods for GI Customs, and I still haven't even taken shots of that, which he made that awesome sign for me too. Shout out to Chaz.
Nice. Yeah. And like you said, to exactly what you said, I'm not seeing as much in terms of hit and run photography as I expected, because I know, like I said, I know the guys who were still into it as kids. He was a heavy hitter for sure. He was definitely a favorite. So I'm a little surprised. I don't know if it's just the timing of when he came out, but yeah, quieter than I expected for sure.
I'm trying to think. He came out in 2026, right? That wasn't the end of the year. He came out this year. Yeah, that's probably
very beginning.
Yeah, that's right now. He's probably my favorite. I do think if it came down to taking my bias out of it and what's the best figure, I'm hard pressed to say anything other than the Royal Guard. That figure is just an amazing figure, G.I. Joe or otherwise. But when it comes down to it, a lot of people didn't like Lifeline that much, and I don't know what it is, but it's something about life. There's a few figures that came out this year and maybe towards the end of last year that like I know are not people's favorites, but they're ones that I absolutely loved and I think that they look great. And like Lifeline is one of those figures for sure. A lot of people thought
Same.
Mainframe was like just okay. I think that came out at the end of 2025, and it was a Wetsuit, Mainframe, and somebody else all came out like in that one wave that was all ridiculous. And I immediately was like, oh, with all the extras and how Mainframe stuff goes together, I was like, oh, this is a winner.
Oh, I loved what they did with Mainframe. I thought they did a great job with them. Little short, yeah, fine, okay, we can argue about that. But overall, aside from the height, I thought it was an absolutely fantastic figure. I love
Hold up.
The hat.
Headcanon says
Headcanon.
1989 Recoil is an underrated figure. Is that dang goofy gun and goofy color, brother? I can't agree with you more. I love Recoil. He's also LRRP. In case if you look at his file card, so he runs in the same crew that Snake Eyes and Tommy and Stalker did before the tragic accident. So that's something to take seriously. That figure is fucking cool as shit though. And if those guns weren't that goofy blue, I think we'd be talking about that as a top tier figure. Love Recoil. Great call.
There you go. Yeah, Recoil's one that I was out at that point, so I don't have much in regards to Recoil, but underrated. I'll have to look off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember what he looks like. I know the figure. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but very cool.
He's got one of those. I'll never remember the name of the hat. It's got the brim all the way around, like the same with Muskrat Rares, and
the boonie,
and he's full camo. He's got like almost like aviator sunglasses on, but it doesn't look weird. For some reason, it looks like it fits. It's just,
yes.
That gun he has, he's like holding a like pistol, but it connects to like a shotgun thing on the bottom or something like that. It's crazy.
Yes, now I know who you're talking. Yep.
It's that gun is crazy. Now that I'm really envisioning that rifle or that gun is fucking crazy.
Now I know. Yep. That's hilarious. That's awesome. They skimped on a few figures. Yeah, they did for sure. Yeah. Like you were saying with Lifeline as a kid, I remember I loved Lifeline, and I know there's a lot of, well, why would you like Lifeline? I guess it was the pop of the color, that red. There's something about it, the sunglasses. I just dug him, and my Lifeline was never the pacifist like the cartoon.
Right.
Yeah, when I played with Lifeline, he was in the trenches with everybody else. That was just the way I played with my figures, But yeah, I really liked Lifeline, and I love the new one. There are things that I wish they had done with it. It would have been nice for the mask to have been able to plug into the like the 30th anniversary of Lifeline, so that you got the mask outside of the case.
Right.
Helmet could have been better. I think the shape of the helmet's a little odd. But overall, I do like that figure a lot. The powder blue on the gun. Yeah, the powder blue on the guns. Yeah.
Powder blue. That's funny. It is powder blue.
And I think we are coming upon the last slide for the evening, which is okay because we are stepping on Talib something fierce tonight. And I apologize, Talib. Don't hate me. He won't hate me though. He'll be cool. So the last shot, and this shot was snuck in at the last minute, and asked for from Figure Fight Club, Abby, and
very cool.
Yep, very cool. This is just a direct shot from his shelf. He's got the Destro head on the. I'm trying to remember the name of that trooper. It's a Skeletron figure. I don't remember the specific name of that particular figure.
It's very cool though. Who gets the glasses?
Yeah, no, and that Destro head works so perfectly on this figure. It does. It's meant for it.
The chrome matches pretty damn good.
Yes.
That could be way off and it wouldn't look right, but that does. That looks great. It almost when you first look at the Skeletron head, if you look at the eyeball, and there's that little, you can see that the eyes are supposed to be looking straight, but that little black dot almost makes it look like the eye is looking down at Destro. Does that make sense
Right.
to you?
Yes, I see it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I thought was happening at first. I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool, and then I was like, oh no, that thing's looking forward. I'm just seeing shit.
Yep. Yep. And this just barely qualifies. That's what I told Abby last night. I'm like, yeah, this just barely qualifies, but I'll allow it because we do have Destro in there. So we'll let it be.
For sure.
Plus at the same time, now that I'm talking through this with you, you know, the original Robo Skull was part of the Action Force line, which was adopted along, adopted with, well, I guess the UK version of GI Joe, so to speak, because at some point it became the UK version of GI Joe. So there's family there for sure. It's
Right.
You know, the same family to a degree. So overall, we'll let it be. We'll let it go. And again, this is a great shot. You know, it's a very, very, very simple shot. This is straight from his shelf. But you know,
Very
again,
cool. I love it, Abby.
Yep. If you get the right angle, that's all you need. And he nailed it. So we always
Agreed. That thing with the eyes makes it for me. It really looks like the skull is looking down at Destro, like what is he doing down there again? Get in my head and let's fly away.
Yeah.
Because those things hold 3 3/4 and 6 inch, right? Like you could put that little piece in, I think, and it fits 3 3/4.
There's 2 different seats. There's 2 full seats. So there's one, and when you get it, because I've got one, it's up here behind me.
Nice.
And I don't have the seat around me, but anyway, there's one. It comes with the 3 3/4 seat, and that seat is set up that it's 2 seats. One's facing front, and one's the gunner for the facing back. And in that whole section, you can pop out, and then there's another whole seat section that pops back in that will hold a 1/6 or 1/12 figure.
Nice.
So that you can convert it, and it works. It scales both with both perfectly. It obviously looks a lot bigger with the 1/18 scale figures, but yeah, it was such a smart design. It really was, to do it that way. You know, you that way you're not alienating either collector. And you know, they've put out quite a few of the 1/18 scale figures to go along with it as well. So
right, which is awesome.
Very
yeah.
fun.
I don't know if he's still in the chat, but brother Riptide actually just purchased one of these. He kept hearing about it. He's got a massive 3 3/4 collection, and yeah, for sure, pretty dope.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna love it. It's an outstanding piece. They did such a good job with it.
Very good.
Yeah, I would recommend, if you're into the GI Joe, the military, any of this kind of stuff, or if you're an old school guy that, you know, remembers even vaguely the original Action Force Robo Skull, this is, and you, even for the price, it's not so bad. I think it's about $250. It's worth it, honestly. I love mine. So
that's nice. That's nice.
But if you do want to get one, 100% get the stand. Buy the stand. I think the stand was like $30. Buy the stand, because it sits perfectly on the stand. I wouldn't want to not have it on the stand. I don't know that those wings would hold it up in because the wings have some articulation to them. I think over time it could put some stress on the joints and hurt the wings at some point. But that stand is absolutely stellar. And even yep. All right,
love it.
Moving on, because like I said, we are getting late, going further than we expected. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. Every single person that sent us a photo. Like I said, we've got a few photos that were sent. A few of the spotlight featured artists sent a number of photos. So in the upcoming weeks, we're going to be showing off those as well on the future shows, because that's what I promised them. I said, you know, we're not going to do multiples on one show, but I'll showcase the rest of them as we go. They're all GI Joe related, so you know it makes sense. We're still in Yojo June. We still got a couple weeks of it, so that'll be fun. everything else is, again, always, if you guys want to be showcased here and featured Thursday nights, send in your photography. You could use hashtag taking the shot FFC. If you want to reach out to me directly on Instagram, LucidaBase3, see what we can do. One of the things I do ask is, if we're going to do it, if we're going to feature it, I need an actual screenshot, or that shot, rather than a screenshot of your Instagram post. And the reason being is because I want to keep all of the little Instagram icons that show up. If I do a screenshot of that, they're all there. I want all of that off of there so we can focus on your picture.
Very cool.
And again, we always give, as you saw tonight, this is about spotlighting the artist. It has nothing to do with anything else. So we're always if we're going to post a picture, we're going to tell everyone who they are, where to find you, all that kind of stuff. I prefer to, and I've been doing it this way, I prefer to ask permission of any of the artists before just throwing something up here, and then letting, if they agree, letting them know, hey, this will be the day. If you want to come in and hang out and see your shot showcased, come on down and stop by. So yeah, Destro, this is your time, my friend. Again, thank you so much for coming. Let me blow you up, not me, you. There we go.
Well, first things first, I've got to get some photos over to you guys to use. As you're sitting here going, I'm like, man, why have I not sent anything in? You know, I got all kinds of stuff I'd love to throw out there. So I'll definitely send some stuff in for sure.
Excellent.
I am Destro Designs and Viperton Studios. Destro Designs use mostly everything toys, and I'm basically, it's a little different between all the different social medias, but Destro Designs for all things G.I. Joe and toys, Viperton Studios for my finished photography. That is the same everywhere, and that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and now Threads. We're over there too. YouTube is Destro Designs. I do live from Viperton Studios Saturday at 8 p.m. This week we have Matt from Mo's Mind coming in. He's going to unveil some new shit. It's going to be an absolute blast. I love Matt. Can't wait for him to come in. And the week after that, I have Thano Paramalis coming in. He's one of my friends from Twitter. He's got a absolute crazy bonkers collection. Everybody needs to tune in for that because he's an amazing customizer. Got a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to speak with him. On Mondays, you can catch me with my brother Mark over on his channel. We do Destro is My Spirit Animal live, and it's like one of my favorite things. I love doing it over there, and I'll endlessly thank Mark for having me on all the time. I greatly appreciate it. Tuesdays and Fridays, you can catch me. Boys, I've been trying to come through the open mic night, but I think I've said to everybody that I know that's here has heard me, the last 2 months of my life have been unbelievably busy between the business and the coaching, but I'll be coming back through. Plus I haven't had as much stuff to show off really. So, but I'll be coming back through for sure. But yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm dropping articles at serpentorslayer.com. You can catch it. It's basically mostly all G.I. Joe type stuff. And yeah, so that's that. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nope, I think that's it, my brother. Thank you so much for having me on, dude. I thought that this was awesome. I'm glad Mark was able to do it too. That's always fun doing something with him. So yeah, this is great. I think it's cool, that you're highlighting, people's stuff, and showing everybody, because like there's like three of these guys. I don't think I'm following. I'm not sure that I had actually seen them because I only spent so much time on Instagram recently. So that's what's up.
Understood. Yeah. There's only so much time in the day for sure. Right. Yeah. So again, I'm always bad at the outros. Everybody knows that. For sure. So real quick, I want to jump on. I noticed Sean had mentioned, and Sean, this is you'd stated this is your first time in here. So stoked to have found you. We're so stoked that you found us, man. And I'm glad you got here and got to hang out. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Definitely tune in again, and we'll be here every week. And it'll be hopefully as fun as this show. This was a fabulous show. Destro, always good to hang out with you, my brother. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Once again, thank you to Mark. Destro is my spirit animal. It was great to meet you. if you watch the rest of this, even if you don't watch the rest of it, it's fine. I'm still stating it. A lot of fun. Love your work. Love what both of you guys are doing. Monday nights, your Monday night together is fantastic. Destro, your Saturday nights are a lot of fun. Meeting, I'm seeing and being introduced to new people who I haven't known yet or didn't know about as well. So again, it's just raising awareness of different people in the community.
Yes.
And getting to know different people and seeing different aspects of collecting, and a lot of fun. Always fun.
Well, I feel like, and I've said this on my show a few times, that like Figure Fight Club has a lot of people like on Instagram that, you know, like say that I'm not familiar with. And then there's a bunch of people in the Twitter community that I know. And it's like, there's a lot of, when we do each other's shows, there's an overlap there of say, because listen, there's a bunch of people in that Twitter community who are not on any other social media, right? Like I'm talking about most of them. They're there for toy photography, and then that's it. They don't have anything else. So there's always like, when we you know, highlight people on the shows, and then people in the comments are like, oh wait, who is this guy? And then that's, you know, like I've had a bunch of people from Instagram come over, get you know, Twitter accounts, and then I talk some other people to go over, and it's like, hey, they're doing the same thing over on Instagram. It's being positive, encouraging, having a good time talking about these toys, taking pics.
Absolutely. No, it's fantastic. So getting into it for the you know, again, every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, taking the shot. Still working on what's going to happen for next week, so I don't have any big announcements for next week yet, but I'm excited about some of the things coming up. We are going to do more spotlight type shows like this that maybe aren't necessarily a main focus on the guest, and more focus 100% on the photography with various guests. We're going to continue to do this. I think this is going to be like kind of the jumping off point for a monthly, so at least one monthly show of a showcase style show just like this. And we'll see. I'm not sure what the theme will be next month. I've been tossing around some ideas and thinking about it, so we'll see. I got a couple ideas. I'll let you guys know as soon as I pin it down, and it'll be the same thing. It will be bring me your pictures so we can spotlight you and feature you.
Awesome, love it.
Of course, always going to spotlight every week. That's not going to change. It's just an entire show of spotlight will be once a month.
Right. No, I think it's great.
Yeah, maybe it'll grow twice a month. We'll see. I don't know.
Right.
So it's always a work in progress. Go ahead.
And sometime soon we got to get you and Goose over to talk about the show.
Hell yes, absolutely. We would love to.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Keep me posted on that. We'll talk about that for sure and pin down a date. So again, every Thursday night we're here taking the shot, 9 p.m. Tomorrow night is a big one. I'm excited about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, of course, we know is our Plastic Journey show at 9 p.m. Eastern. Our guest this week, I'm extremely excited about because Abby, take it away.
We collect the Mezcos and Marvel Legends and even the third parties. We shop the Legos and McFarlane's, and we even check out the Barbies. We hunt to Walmart and at Target and anywhere with toys. We help each other out because we do it for the boys. Welcome to the Plastic Journey Podcast.
The one and only, the creator of Savage Crucible, Rob Post, will be joining us tomorrow night. I'm extremely excited about that because you guys know I'm a big Savage Crucible fan.
That's awesome.
We're gonna be talking with Rob about his journey as a collector, his journey as a toy producer, right? Excited about that. 9 p.m. Come hang out with us, and I get to host, so I get to interview Rob tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. So
that's great. Oh, nice.
All week, yeah. So it's gonna be fun. Abby has got he's gonna be out of town, so it's gonna be myself and Talib along with Rob, and it's gonna be an absolute blast. Come hang out with us Saturday night on Talib 1980 _collects channel. I'll be there with Abby, with Stu. No, actually, I think Abby's not going to be with us this week. But the usual crew: Stu, Smudge, Talib. Our guest is A.O. Frankie. Our subject matter is best hand-to-hand combat fights in movies. So we'll count them down. We'll look them over and see who wins. And no Obby or Smudge. That's right. We Obby and Smudge are both out this week. Stu will be with us. Magna Figure Photos, Winford will be with us, and Gibbs Toys, Elijah will be with us. So we've got some great subs coming in. Joining the call. It's gonna be a fun show. It always is. 11 p.m. on Talib 1981 Collects Men on Film. 11 p.m. Eastern. All that good stuff. Next week, again, the usual thing. Decepticast Mondays at 10:15. Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Open mic night. Thursday nights Taking the Shot, and Friday nights Plastic Journey, both 9 p.m. Eastern. Always good to see everybody. Thank you guys all for coming out. Thank you guys all for all the chats and everything else. You guys are fucking fantastic. I love this channel. Love being a part of this. You guys have a great night. Destro, once again, thank you so much, my friend. We'll
Thank you for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, guys.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club. Stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just a see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.